In this section of the class, we learn the formula SP is equals to CP into 100 plus profit percent over 100, and SP is equal to CP into 100 minus loss percent over 100. We just learned what are the applications of these two formulas and what are different types of questions which can be solved using these two formulas. When you observe this formula, you can easily observe the formula remains same. There is a relationship between selling price and cost price. When there is profit, we add that profit percent with 100, and when there is a loss, we subtract loss percent with 100. So if profit percent and loss percent is given, then we can easily find either SP or CP, or if SP and CP is given, we can easily find profit percent or loss percent with the help of these formulas. Now I explain you one by one different questions which are based on these formulas. Now observe the different patterns of the questions in which we apply these types of the formula. Now there's a question number 1. A bat is sold at rupees 140 and there is a loss of 30%. Find a selling price of bat. Here selling price of bat is given and there's a loss of 30%, and we have to find out the cost price of the bat. Similarly, if we watch this question, we have the problem like that. A bat is sold at rupees 286 and there is a profit of 30%, and we have to find the cost price of that bat. In this case, there's a loss of 30%, and in this case there's a profit of 30%, and here also the selling price is given and we have to find out the cost price. Here also the selling price is given and we have to find the cost price. So these are the two different cases, two different scenarios, and we have to solve them. Now as I told you earlier, there is a loss. So we use the formula SP is equal to CP into 100 minus loss percent over 100. Now substituting the different values which are given over here, SP is 140, cost price we don't know, into 100 minus 30%, we write only 30 over 100. Now what is the cost price, which is equals to 140 into 100. It goes over here, 100 minus 30, which is equal to 70. It cuts down, it is 2, and ultimately we get 200 rupees. Okay, so when there is a loss percent, we just subtract it with the 100. Now watch this question. When there is the profit percent, we just apply the formula SP is equal to CP into 100 plus profit percent over 100. Now what is the cost selling price? It is equal to 286. Cost price we don't know, into 100 plus 30% over 100. So we get 286 is equals to CP into 130 over 100. So when we solve for CP, we get 286 into 100 over 130. 0 get cancelled over here. 13 2s are 2s are, and we get ultimately 220 rupees. So what is the final thing? We have a formula SP is equal to CP 100 plus profit upon 100, and in case of loss we just interchange this formula and we just subtract 100 with loss percent, and we can easily find out the cost price or the selling price what is asked in our question. Now one more question. A man buys a bicycle in rupees 1400. That means cost price of bicycle is rupees 1400, and he sells that bicycle at 15% loss. So when he sold it has incurred a loss percent of 15%, and we have to find a selling price. Now in this question we have to find a selling price. In the previous questions we find out how to find out the cost price. But we use the same formula. There is no issue. Simply, now there is a loss. So 100 minus loss percent over 100. For example, if the question there is a profit, we just add here 100 plus profit percent and nothing else. Now we have to find SP. So write as it is. CP is 1400. Now loss is 15% over 100. So when we cut it down, we get 14 into 10 minus 5, 5, 9 minus 1, 8. And ultimately we get 1195. You can multiply it and solve it for yourself. 1190. Okay. So in this way, if profit percent and loss percents are given and we have to find out selling price and cost price, etc. So this is the best formula which you can use. In case of loss percent, you just subtract it from 100. In case of profit percent, you just add it into 100. Okay. Thank you.